It fell into your lap to approve the firing, and you did. The superintendent's plan to fire all of the teachers and staff at Central Falls High School. Explain to us why this is the best solution to fix this school's problems.
Well, I think what's important to realize is that the step that the board has taken, that the superintendent of Central Falls has taken, is not just about the staff at the school. This was a directive that we gave to Superintendent Gallo and to the superintendent of another school district in our state. We have 6 schools in total that we've identified, and what we've asked them to do is to choose one of 4 models for their turnaround efforts for these schools. And it isn't just about the staff, certainly isn't just about the teachers, it's about every part of the school and how we completely turn it around for the benefit of those students. So it's the staff, it's the curriculum, it's the school day, it's the extra support for students. It's much more than just this one action.
Obviously, there's been a lot of protest of this decision and some arguments made that there has been some progress, especially at this school. And we want to just listen right now to what one of the fired guidance counselors, George McLaughlin, told CNN about it. Let's listen.
I know for a fact we have 3 times as many students who are accepted to colleges now as they were 5 years ago. How do I know that? I'm in the guidance office and I do most of that work.
Also, a union rep said that there's been a 21% rise in this school in reading scores and also a 3% rise in math scores over the past 2 years. Is that a sign that there was some progress being made and some of these teachers were doing something right?
Well, certainly we commend the staff for the progress that they did make, but I think it's important to look at all of the information. What we have is a school where the majority of students do not graduate. The graduation rate is only 48%. And in mathematics, only 7% of the students are proficient in mathematics. More than half of the 9th graders are failing more than 2 classes, which is an indication that they are frustrated. And what we know about student achievement is that when students aren't successful in their classes, they're much more likely to drop out of school. And so this is a very serious situation. It's extremely urgent. Right. And this has been many years in coming. This is a school that has been in corrective action for about 8 years.
But Deborah, let me ask you about this because it seems like they're up against a lot of insurmountable odds. This is a community, according to our stats, 97% of the students there, nearly 100% of the students live in poverty. 65% of the student body is Hispanic. For most of them, English is not their first language. So what are you looking for in a teacher or administrator given these challenges?
Well, one of the things that we know about education today that is very encouraging is that young people from any background, whatever their family's income level and whatever the color of their skin or their language, can be successful academically when we put the right supports in place and when we have an excellent teacher in every single classroom.
And so what is the plan? I mean, this is a huge challenge to try to basically rehire an entire staff of people to run a school. How is this going to work?
Right. Well, the way the process works is that superintendent has selected the model, her school board has approved it, I have approved it, and now she's in planning mode. So she steps into a several week-long process where she and her community team will be putting a very specific plan in place for how they will turn the school around. How they will decide which of the teachers can stay in the school because they can bring back up to 50% of the teachers, how they will find an excellent school leader to lead this school through these changes, what they will do about changing the school day and extending the school day and providing extra supports to students and engaging parents, and what curriculum they will use and how they will make sure that that curriculum is aligned with the standards that we have in place in our state. And so they will put this plan in place. They will also submit that plan to us, and we will provide support and assistance to them, and then ultimately approve their plan before they launch into implementation.
You know, there were some student protests as well, some of them speaking out about the firings, some in particular giving their heart-wrenching stories. One of them said that, you know, she doesn't have a father in her life, that her mother works at a factory all day, and that her teacher was basically the one constant in her life, and referred to the teachers as mentors. What kind of impact might this have on these students who feel as though they're losing the one person or a few people who are really there for them?
Well, first of all, this is an incredibly difficult situation. It is difficult for everyone involved, and the fact that it is so difficult is one of the reasons that we don't take the necessary steps to truly make the changes that we need to make. So we acknowledge how difficult this is and take it extremely seriously. I would also say that Dr. Gallo, the superintendent of this school district, wants to bring those excellent teachers back, and she has the ability in the model that she's selected to bring back up to 50% of the staff there at the school. And so there will be a number of teachers who will be able to stay at the school, and we hope that they will.